Buddy, welcome to Boomer versus X. Come one, come all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hey, Boomer, how are you?
Hey, I'm all right. Thank you, all the subscribers that are coming back, people that are coming back. You get a historical perspective that you don't get anywhere else from this channel. A conservative type of perspective, because we lived a long time.
He's lived a long time. I'm still young.
Yeah.
Take off your
Yeah.
hat, Boomer.
Oh, ta-da!
That's what you have to look
Proof
forward
of a long
to.
life, right there.
Youngsters, that's what you have to look forward
Yeah.
to. Believe me, I
I
spent so
tell
much
I
money
tell all
on.
my young kids that I see, if the ones that I do see now, let your hair grow long, man. You won't regret it. Having long hair. Let it
and,
grow.
and get on Rogaine quick.
Oh
It'll
yeah.
save you that kind of
If you're in your late
existence.
20s, early 30s, and you're losing your hair, get on Rogaine. Yeah.
Yeah, just put that shit on. It's gonna cost you like $80 a month, but it's better
Mhm.
than losing your hair.
Yeah.
Trust me, I go through that shit like crack cocaine. All right, man. Let's start off with the first news story. Have you ever
uh,
heard of a band called Lost Prophets? I
only
haven't.
in only in the
I guess
news.
yeah, I guess we're old, but apparently this guy was a PDF file. Let me
Mhm,
repeat. He
mhm.
was a PDF file.
Yeah, don't
You know what
repeat
a
it.
PDF file is?
Yeah.
It's one of those little sticks you put into the
Mhm.
computer.
Yeah.
Anyhow, they caught the guy and they put him in jail. Well, about 2 or 3 days ago, I'm not sure which. Two prisoners got to his jugular vein, and they took care of him in a sidious way, or in a
Mhm.
evil
In,
way.
in the prisoner's code
In the
conduct.
prisoner's code way. That's a good way to
Yes.
articulate it. And he's no longer on this earth, but
Mm.
they got the two prisoners that allegedly did it.
Mhm.
Two prisoners have been charged with murdering Lost Prophets pedo Ian Watkins in a jail attack. Rashid Goodell, who is
Hey, he said it.
25, and Samuel Dodsworth, 43 years old, are both serving time at HMP Wakefield in West Yorkshire. They are due to appear at Leeds Magistrates Court today, accused of murder. Watkins was reportedly slashed in the neck by a fellow lag at the prison on the 11th of October. Police and
Can you imagine that? You're just kind of going through life. You know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, that's why they get special segregation. They get it administrative. Well, at least in the United States, it's called administrative segregation because everyone wants to take them out.
Yeah, I don't think they have that here. That's not what I'm getting. What about you, Boomer?
Well, even if they want to get you in prison, they're going to get you. You know,
But how do they get you when you're segregated? They just like spray you with gas as they walk by the cell or something?
I don't know. I've never been in a supermax prison, but there's ways to get you. You know, you've got to remember there are thousands of prisoners and hundreds
Yeah.
of guards. So who runs the prisons? You know what I mean. We
You
use
think
them
maybe
for cleaning. We use them for cooking the food. We use prisoner labor all the time for everything.
I got you. I got you. So, it could be a situation where like the Jeffrey Dahmer thing, where like the
Yeah.
prisoner just kind of takes a walk and leaves the door unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing.
Well, Jeffrey Dahmer was killed in the shower, cleaning the shower. He was killed by
Well, it was like a gym shower area.
yeah.
And a guy just walked in there and made him go to eternal sleep with a broomstick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think Jeffrey Dahmer wanted to die.
Oh, who knows?
Wakefield Prison in West Yorkshire, which had been dubbed Monster Mansion, but he could not be saved.
Mm-hmm.
The disgraced singer, who was aged 48, died from blood loss after having his jugular slashed. Watkins is understood to have been ambushed and stabbed as inmates were allowed out of their cells.
He looks like Paul Rubens, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Looks like Pee Wee Herman.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt, can you imagine Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman is more dignified than you? Paul Rubens, for the audience, in case you don't know, they caught him pleasuring himself in the movie theater. Back in the old days, they had movie theaters where you could watch pornos.
Yeah.
This is these are the days before you got pornos out of your cell phone. You used to have to go to the movie theater to see pornos. Explain
I
the
never
movie
went.
theaters. Yeah, sure.
I never went. I never went.
Didn't you and I meet at one of those theaters?
All right. Yeah, they were all mob owned. They were called over here in the West Coast. The chain was called the Pussycat Theaters, and they were all owned by the mafia, the Italian mob. And that's in fact there was a mob connected brothers, the Mitchell brothers, out of San Francisco, that owned a lot of X-rated. They're the ones that subsidized Behind the Green Door. And the Italian mob back in New Jersey, I think, subsidized Deep Throat, Linda Lovelace. So yeah, they was shady shit.
If you ever want to learn about the Mitchell brothers, they're really interesting. There's a cool movie about them and the brothers were played by Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez.
Really?
And surprise shocker, the surprise shocker, the crazy brother is played by Charlie Sheen.
Oh wow.
Now, the Mitchell brothers, the more responsible brother, he actually ended up, taking down his own brother with a shotgun at home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in I used to live in Santa Monica, and there was a street called 3rd Street, and on 3rd Street there was a Pussycat Theater. And I remember being a kid, as you drove by, there was always this salacious poster in the window, and you're just like, oh, look, I want to see some chicks. And they would cover it with like black paper so you couldn't see her melons. Yeah, those were the days, man.
Remember they used to be the newspapers on the sidewalk? A 20-year-old won't understand what we're talking about.
So back in the day, you had a newspaper called the LA Express.
Yes.
And there were these little newsstands that you could put 75 cents in. That was considered expensive in the day.
Yeah.
And these little newsstands, these little news booths where you could put some change in, they were all located next to a bus stop.
Yes.
So
yes.
So what would happen is you'd get a kid and he'd get his hands on 75 cents.
Yep.
He'd get himself a dirty newspaper.
Yeah.
And then he would bring it with him to school.
Yeah.
And then we would plaster it all over the bathrooms. Those were the days.
Yeah. Yeah. Young people won't know what we're talking about, That is because they're so used to having it on their phone or on their laptop. But
back in the day, the average male would maybe see at the most 7 naked women in his lifetime. Well, nowadays, these kids by the age of 13 have seen 7,000 naked women. Yeah, back in the day, it was you couldn't see naked women unless you went through a lot of hoops.
And you have to explain to a 20-year-old what a newspaper is. He's never seen a newspaper. He gets his news off the internet.
Right.
And that they were newspaper stands. A box.
Yeah, you put change in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't get
it. Let's finish this story out.
Yeah.
The former frontman was jailed for 29 years in 2013 for a string of vile offences, including abusing babies. His ex-bandmates were convinced it was a mistake when he was first arrested. West Yorkshire police confirmed Watkins had died.
Can you imagine being his ex-bandmates? How awful.
Yeah. But the gall of this guy to, you're doing something like that.
Yeah.
And you're on stage. We used to get these guys all the time at the facilities, and we had to protect them.
Yeah, but you got the youngsters.
Oh, yeah.
There seems to be like this guy, I don't know what it is. It's like the adulterous, another kind of oddity.
No, you're born that way. You're born that way. Because
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the kids, I didn't say that. What I'm saying is the kids are different. The kids are different.
What a fight.
The kids are different. The kids are, you just kind of look at them like, well, they're fucked up. You know what I mean? They're whacked out. And you see the adults in the same way, but the adults, you have a special kind of monster label attached to them.
No, Arthur. The psychopathy of a child violator and an adult violator in some ways are the same, because I had this one kid, the face of an angel, white boy, reddish red hair, strawberry, skin, red guy, cute as a button. Could be your 10-year-old neighbor, right? His father turned him in. And I get called to the medical unit because that's where he was. He had just been arrested, was in the medical unit, and he was there saying, "But I didn't do anything wrong. What's wrong? I love my sisters. What's wrong?" And
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not saying there's a difference. What I'm telling you is there's a perspective. And the perspectives are different. The perspectives and how we see them, how the general public sees them.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, man. Like,
it's incurable, Arthur. It's incurable.
Yeah, well, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
The only cure. Well, I don't want to say that on YouTube, but yeah, you can't cure that shit.
No,
there's no way. And that's that's what's so horrible about these people is that, once they do it to a victim, now that victim, it's generational. It's a generational crime, because once they do it to that victim, now that victim is gonna do it to God knows how many people, and so on and so forth. Yeah. And what do? It like breaks your brain. I mean, I thank God that never happened to me. I mean, if that had happened to me, and if it had altered my brain, the only way out is what solution, because there's no cure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy
That's
stuff.
what happens in prison, though. We used to have to protect these guys because everybody wanted to get them.
Oh yeah, you're like the number one target.
But get a load of this.
What?
We used to have gay boys, right? Homosexual boys, right?
Like ditties.
And every gangster in the whole facility would pass me love notes. Give this to such and such, because they knew he was gay. Give this to such and such. Give this to such and such. Give this, and he would read the letter. Hi, I want to do this and I want to do that with you. Blah blah blah. So everybody turned gay in jail. all the tough gangsters are now gay. So, oh well.
So
like and subscribe, man.
Yeah, you say everyone's gay and like and subscribe. No, but so so you would see that, like, normal dudes that are straight would all of a sudden become gay? Was that
absolutely every boy? Well, I'm not going to say every boy.
How many?
A good majority, I'd say about 60%, 70% turned gay.
60 or 70?
It was more than 50. I'll tell you that right now. Especially when I first got there. When I first got there, we used to do a practice called double bunking, meaning two kids to a room.
All right.
And we had to get rid of it because it caused so many problems.
I would rather have relations with Greta Thunberg than to do that. I mean, Greta Thunberg would seem super hot.
Yeah.
If that was my only option.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so disgusting. Well, I mean, I would just be a monk. I would be a priest.
There are no women in prison, in male prison. You know that.
Right. Then you become a priest.
No, you don't. At least they didn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Nah, you don't have to worry about old Junior here. I like me the women.
Yeah.
So speaking about heinous criminals, Boomer sent me a story about a liberal, and I think you should all hear what this liberal has to say.
Name liberal.
So the title, this comes from a channel called Heretics.
Heretic.
And
Yeah, Andrew Gold. He's really good.
I'm
I like
I'm
his stuff.
sorry, Heretics. I'm dyslexic. So this story comes from a channel called Heretics.
He's
The guy
British.
named a British guy named Andrew Gold, and the guy's a total puff. Man. The way he interacts with his guests, it's like just be honest with the guy. But maybe he was being honest. So this guy right here is a human rights lawyer. Let's check it out.
Is there an argument that putting someone away, we've got to do something, right? And I'm sure you agree. If someone commits a horrible...
I probably don't agree with what you're about to say. Well,
no,
I don't agree with the alternative either.
Which is putting someone in prison for life.
No, of course not.
Look at this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him.
Yep.
He's the quintessential liberal. He doesn't care about your children getting brutally murdered or raped, G-R-A-P.
He doesn't care about his own family getting.
He doesn't. Nope.
He's got no conscience. He's got no moral compass. He's got nothing.
Let me ask.
He's a demon.
So let me ask you a question, Boomer.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a psychopath? Is he a sociopath? Wait. Is he a sociopath? Is he the actual monster who hasn't been caught? Or is he just delusional with his own doctorate?
He is a Marxist, a hardcore to the bone marrow Marxist communist.
So I was right. It's the latter.
All Marxists believe that you have to eliminate prisons, you have to eliminate police, you have to eliminate the family, you have to eliminate society. He is an anarchist, combination / Marxist to his molecules, because he defends monsters. He's a defense lawyer.
So it was the latter that I mentioned. He's delusional to his ideology. He's brainwashed.
You're looking at a true believer. You're looking at a person who will walk on fire for his beliefs.
Right. So he's in a cult.
You're looking at a Jim Jones. You're looking at a guy in the Heaven's Gate who would castrate himself. You're looking at that's him.
All right, let's continue.
Okay, because I was going to say, but you might agree with this point, that's also a hell of a thing to do.
No, it is terrible. It's the death penalty and a slow thing, but I don't agree we should put people in prison. I think that's a terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea. And you look at these people and you go,
that's all you can do.
Like Charles.
No, let's just start at the beginning. Okay, your wife, I believe, is Argentinian.
Yeah.
And what's her name?
I don't know if
you don't want to say it. All right. Well, let's call her Angela.
Yeah.
I want you to look me in the eye. I'm the prosecutor, and your wife is sitting here. I say she's murdered someone in a nasty way. Look at her over here, right? I want you to say, dear wife, I'm sending you to prison for a long time.
Dear wife, you murdered somebody. You did something heinous. I can't believe you did this to our marriage. I'm sending you away to prison for a long time. It's that easy.
Mothers do away with their children all the time. All the time. Of course, if my wife did away with my kid, you're damn straight I'm gonna send her away. Absolutely. And I'm gonna divorce her and do all that other stuff and pick up the pieces.
Right.
This guy's making such a sophomoric argument that it's ridiculous. It's laughable. But that's his belief.
We've had people in my life that have, shocked us, and we learned that they're, either criminals or monsters. And I've actually turned to my daughter and I said, honey, I'm sorry, but if you ever did that, I would turn you right the hell in.
Yeah.
I literally have said that to my daughter.
Hmm. But
You
see,
do that.
Go ahead, Boomer. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, play it.
Okay. See, Boomer and I are in sync.
Mm. Like and subscribe.
God. But this is it. People try to get their own loved ones off, don't they?
No, but of course you do. But
Mm.
what you've got to think about is everyone I've ever represented has loved ones. And the question is why we do what we do. And if I were to ask you about the most despicable thing you've ever done in your entire life that you're most ashamed of, my legal advice would be don't say it out loud on your
Look, I have done a couple of things in my life that I'm despicably ashamed of, but there isn't anything I've done in my life that would send me to prison. For example, I had a cat. This is like one of the two things that I carry every day with me. This enormous amount of guilt.
Don't tell me.
I had a cat, and I put the cat down sooner than I should have.
Oh, okay.
And I'm riddled with guilt. I pray to God every night for forgiveness. I thought the cat was sick. I figured the cat was sick, and
Arthur,
hindsight is 20/20.
This guy defends terrorists. He defends
Yeah.
violators. He defends human rights people that have massacred an entire village. That's his clientele. He defends them.
Yeah, and the only point I'm trying to make is there isn't anything in my life that says I should be in prison right now. There's the cat thing. I feel awful about that. But other than that, there is nothing I've ever done in my life where I should be in prison. How about you, Boomer?
No, not in prison.
Maybe in the mental hospital.
Mm.
Yeah.
I passed the background checks.
that we've all done terrible things. And a lot of the things that we've done are far worse than things we send people to prison for. I mean,
No. Like I just said, there's nothing I've done in my life that is far less than we put people in prison for.
I'm not going to make you say you've smoked dope, but people go to prison for that. That's just absurd, right? There's a better solution to all of these.
Yeah, but we're not talking about sending people away for smoking weed. We're talking about the guy who brutally murdered someone's daughter and then letting them go, or not handing out capital punishment. That's what we're talking. We're not talking about people that got caught smoking weed.
Well,
Right?
he's part of the defund police movement. What do you think? Abolish? He's saying he's not saying anything different that Angela Davis said 60 years ago.
All right.
Abolish the police. Jane Fonda said the same thing. The Black Panthers said the same thing. It's a Marxist ideology and belief system to abolish prisons. It's called the prison abolitionist movement. That's what it's called. The prison abolitionist movement. And they want to abolish prisons. John Lennon did a song, Attica. Free all the prisons, free all the prisoners, free them now. Attica,
Right.
Attica. He's also the
Yeah.
guy that did Power to the People. Power to the people, power to the people. It's a revolutionary song that's played by the Antifas. You hear it all the time.
You did Power to the People a lot better than you hummed Attica State. The Attica is more like Attica State, banana, Attica State, banana. We all living in Attica State. That's how it goes. You were like Attica, Attica.
Well, it was a chant. It was a chant. For those 20-year-olds who don't know what we're talking about, Attica is a prison in upstate New York. And the prisoners had a riot, and they took over the whole prison. And I think it was Governor Rockefeller who ordered the National Guard or whoever, the state troopers, to take back the prison.
That
And
was
it
so
it was all caught on film, and they were beating up the prisoners and taking control, and the prisoners were running out of the prison naked in underwear, and of course everybody said, oh, poor prisoners, look at them, they're in their underwear beating black men like that, and you got to take the prison back. But
Yeah.
they garnered sympathy, and John Lennon made a song out of it.
Yeah, and you had John Lennon, who, a lot of us looked at him like rock royalty, and he was rock royalty.
Yeah.
We looked at him as a rock god, and he was a rock god. But to see John Lennon laying in bed with his creepy girlfriend, fighting for leftist, Marxist, socialist type beliefs it was just really like upsetting.
Yeah, they were called the bed-ins. And
The
he would
bed-ins.
do a bed-in everywhere where he could get a chance. And the reason he wrote Power to the People is because he wanted to please a guy named Tariq Lee, who was a writer. He was a British guy, British Pakistani guy, but he was also a communist. And he wrote for a magazine called Red Mole, or Mole Red, or something like that. One of those two words. It was a communist magazine. So John Lennon wanted to write for communists.
Explain what the bed-ins were to the audience.
The bed-ins were Yoko Ono's and John Lennon's idea of doing a peace rally. But instead of doing a peace rally like you see, today, their idea was to get into their pajamas, get into bed, and invite all the press. You can look up the videos right now. I guess they're online.
Right.
All the press around the bed, and they would hold court in their pajamas in bed.
And they would hold up signs.
The bed-ins.
And they would hold up signs.
Yes, give peace a chance and stop the war in Vietnam and get along. Can we all get along and feed the homeless and all that stupid shit?
It was it was very avant-garde.
Yeah.
And it really made you like Paul McCartney like better at that time. You're like, I think I used to be a John Lennon guy. I think I'm more of a Harrison McCartney guy now.
And Yoko Ono got it in her freaking head to take pictures of them naked.
Oh,
don't look at those pictures, you 20-year-olds. Go look at the naked pictures of.
And you should have heard. And you should have heard John Lennon. We thought it would make us vulnerable to show the world what we look like in my little dinghy, and our bodies are imperfect. So is the world. The world's imperfect.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just awful.
It was
awful.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, if John Lennon were alive today, he would be riding against ICE. If John Lennon were alive today, he would be performing in support of BLM. I hate to say it, but it's just what he would be doing.
I look at the comments about the ICE riots, and a lot of the comments are, fuck, the hell with ICE and shut down ICE, and a lot of them say, where is John Lennon where we need them? Oh, I miss John Lennon. Oh, John Lennon would have fought with us. Then, they're thinking the same thing. John Lennon was a fellow comrade.
Yeah. Speaking of, since you mentioned ICE, let's look at some ICE stories.
Let's like
ICE.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we can't play it because we're going to get copyrighted.
Yeah. Stop. Educate and listen.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Do the dance. Do the dance.
See police rushing forward to grab some folks. Rushing forward, pushing folks to the ground. People collapsing on the ground.
This is state police in Chicago, Illinois, for context.
Yeah.
People are forced back as they execute an arrest. Arresting someone from the crowd.
He sounds He sounds like a guy doing a football game. And the guy, and he turned right anyway, and he's going down the sideline, and he's going, go, touchdown.
This shit looks fun. Look at those sticks, man. They look fucking painful. Nice and pine and solid. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we did a story about this a couple days ago. You see this woman with the
Yeah.
green hat? She is an attorney and she works for these Marxist anarchists.
And she
what
has
she-
the same belief system as the other guy we just saw.
Yeah, and what she does is her job is to observe and file up as many lawsuits as she can. These people, they're called the green hats. They're employed by Antifa.
More police extend their line here
Look at it,
onto the
taking
grass
notes.
in front of some, it's like an apartment building.
Look at that announcer. You're right, man. He's all in there up to the 50-yard line. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this hot mess. Let me go.
Yeah.
Attica State.
Yeah.
Where's John Lennon when you need him?
Yeah. Oh, good God, with the chance.
What a oh, can you say the R word on YouTube? What a here we go.
Yeah.
You don't want me in charge, man. I would just say forward march, and I take as many as we could fit.
Why don't those
what a-
lawyers go do pro bono work for the victims of crime? Why don't they go do free work to represent the victims of crime? Because they've got financial problems, they've got educational problems. If your father just got taken away, your house is gone. You can't afford the mortgage. You can't go to college. You could afford.
Right.
You got to pay for the funeral. Your life is destroyed. Why don't they go do free work for those guys, for the victims of crime? And if these people fought like that, hand-to-hand combat with the Crips and the Bloods and the Mexican Mafia, the Latin Kings in Chicago, the Latin Kings are God in Chicago.
Nationwide. They're nationwide.
Why don't they go do hand-to-hand combat like me and my colleagues used to do with the gangs?
Hey,
They
Boomer,
don't.
look at this. Look at this guy. He's like a local cop. He's like, damn, I was going to go to lunch. What is that? An Air Jordan? Those are nice. Look at him. He's like, the Illinois doesn't have him doing much. He's like, damn, it looks like I should have called out today.
Yeah.
The local cops all, y'all better leave.
I told you.
Move back. Get out of the space.
See, and the state police, they have their own green hat. He's documenting everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they know they're a target for legal action. And look at these. You're gonna throw away your life. You're gonna get a felony. They're gonna hit you with every charge in the book. They're gonna charge you with obstruction of justice.
Well, no.
Resisting an arrest. Yeah.
If it's state charges, they're not going to get charged at all. If it's federal charges, yeah. But you think Illinois with Pritzker is going to charge them with a felony? No way.
Well, so if they're tied to Antifa, I think they're going to go after them federally. Yes way. And they're going to hit them with everything in the book. And out of 100 things, I bet you 95 things will stick. If Trump and Kash Patel are serious about putting these people away for life. And I hope they are. If I were the camera guy, I'd be like, yeah, I'm stuck doing camera work today. I wanted to beat people with the stick, but
we used to film any cell extraction. A kid didn't want to come out of his room.
Yeah.
When I first got there, we didn't film them. But as I was leaving, we
learned real
filming.
quick. You had to.
Yeah, you had to.
You'd get the ACLU in there. Oh my God.
Yeah,
You lose your job, right?
I used to deal with the guys like the lawyer we just showed all the time. The child advocate lawyers, the ACLU lawyers, even lawyers from the county, from the board of supervisors. They would send investigators all the time. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Abusing children? No, we're not. God. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, they're not children. They're monsters. Sorry to break it to you, but they're in jail for a reason.
well,
I mean,
do you remember the Hangover movies?
yeah.
Okay, I think they're called Budnick. The guys that made the movies, the Hangover movies, Budnick or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And they started a program at the facility in Sylmar called the Inside Out Writers Program. And what they did was they started a program funded by them
Right.
where they would send volunteers to give the gangster murderers and violators in there an opportunity to express themselves. How do they feel? Put it out in writing. Do an artwork. Make a movie. Because how you feel is so important.
Yeah, like Homies Industries.
And I'm like, and they made a movie. They call us monsters. They made that movie. They call us monsters. And it's about the facility in Sylmar. And they would throw luncheons for them, parties for them. And I'm like, why don't you do this? I know this guy just killed a grandmother, shot her in the head. I know that I know that. Why don't you go see what she needs? But
Yeah,
they would come there for these guys.
in my opinion, once they've reached that point, it's too late. It's too late. Once they're in jail, it's too late. You
But that's
need to
where
reach
Hollywood
them-
goes, straight to the
Right.
criminal.
because there's drama there. They're in prison. They're in a cell.
Mm.
They're
I
it's-
remember when Chelsea Clinton, you know who Chelsea Clinton, the daughter of the Clintons?
No, I
She-
don't know who that
She
is.
came to visit the gangsters. She did a little video at my facilities.
And I bet you anything, because her dad's a coxman. I bet you anything there was like some weird shit in her head. She like all her life I wanted nothing but one thing. Making love to a prisoner. I bet you there was some weird stuff going up in that girl's head.
And yeah, I'm thinking, why don't you guys do this for the victim of crime? Pass some victim rights legislation. Jesus Christ! But no,
I bet she showed up to that prisoner with complimentary cigars.
yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
know. Let's do another ice video. Now this one is crazy. Look at that B-52 Betty on the ground.
Oh my God.
Look at this woman. ICE agents ram into SUV blocking their van after arresting WGN-TV Chicago employee.
He's trying to pull her pants up.
Ugh, that's a woman. I thought it was Jack Black.
Yeah, that's a woman, all right.
Yeah, I thought it was Jack Black who had too much to drink at the Hollywood at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Awards. And no, this is a woman who works for WGNP news station.
Yeah.
Look at people screaming fascist. I mean, that's insane to me.
Go
That's
up to a
insane to me.
gangster in full red regalia, a blood, and yell
Yeah.
in his face. Go do that. Get out of here. You
Well,
tough
because
guy. No way, you ain't-
those guys will take their lives. They know these guys won't. How are they going to get her in that van? They're going to have to call in a forklift.
I don't know. I
Sir,
think she's-
what's your name? What's your name?
Debbie Brockman, I work for WGN.
Look at those crazy. And you know what? Did you notice? He goes, "Sir, what's your name?" He thought it was a dude too.
Let them know.
I got you. Yep. Debbie Browning?
You misgendered her, sir.
Brockman, WGN.
I want to take a ballpoint pen and just stick it right in that crack. Just let me set my pen here.
Do you guys want to share your names too, or just gonna cover your face?
It's Tom. Tom. Fuck off.
Why don't we say the name of Polly Klaas, Anthony Martinez, Adam Walsh? I could go on. Say their names. I don't give
Hey,
a fuck about her name. What about the name of the goddamn people that got the victims of crime you had that weekend? Say their names.
What's Adam Walsh's father's name?
John.
John Walsh. Yeah, I had forgotten.
Could cover your face a couple years.
Okay, Mr. Condemnation. Yeah. Oh my God.
This is ridiculous. Honestly.
Yeah.
Good job. I hope you learned yourself.
Get the down.
Chicago's full of clowns, man. And the thing that's happening is people are following ICE agents with their cars. Like, they don't know if these people are going to start shooting at them or what. And in this incident, people actually blocked them in and wouldn't let them leave. How crazy is that?
Well, what
I would
happened?
nothing but getting fired. If I did that to law enforcement, block their car in with my car, the only thing I would expect after that is to be, shot at.
Well, what happened was, I think that they took an illegal alien into that van,
Right.
and she was on the sidewalk, and she threw a water bottle at that van, and so they went and tackled her.
And now the illegal alien is probably squashed to death because they just put her on top of the illegal alien. Crazy.
And you see that black van right there? You
What?
see the black van right behind him?
Yeah, they're blocking him in.
Blocking
Boomer.
in. Exactly.
Okay, let's get into this. Let's watch this.
Hopefully your wife and children make it home. What is this vehicle, honestly? Yeah.
They were nice enough to honk too.
Oh, that person had plenty of time to get out of the way. Plenty of time to get out of the way.
So they honked. They wouldn't move. Now the agent is exiting his vehicle, which is a safety hazard because he could get stabbed, shot, or hit with something.
Yeah.
And he's going above and beyond to now tell this law-breaking criminal to move your car.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And they still won't.
Get out of your neighborhood. Why don't you tell that to the gangsters selling drugs to kids? Get out of the neighborhood. But they don't.
These people are all obstructing justice. You could go to prison for that.
This is some bullshit.
Oh!
Good. I would have done the same thing. I would have said, "Hey, we got 2 more for you," and squashed them in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's happening in Chicago. Chicago is full of clowns, man.
These guys, they pound their chest and they raise it and they huff and puff. It's just an act. It's a freaking farce. You're a joke. Where were you huffing and puffing when during the during the riots, quelling the riots, fighting the gangsters? Where are you patrolling the streets of Compton or wherever Chicago at 2 a.m. in the alleyways where the drug dealers are at? You know where they're at.
They stay silent for that shit. They're twiddling their thumbs. They're like, we don't
say their names.
Great.
Like all of a sudden, the names are important. Well, why don't you say the goddamn Polly Klaas name and the Anthony Martinez name and the Ethan Pat's name and all the other people's names? Say their names. They're important.
All right. Let's
posers. Kind of freaking posers, man.
This next story turns out, Boomer, your favorite actor, Alec Baldwin, had a car accident.
Like and subscribe.
So apparently Alec Baldwin claims that a garbage man in the garbage truck cut him off. After he was cut off, he then swerved and crashed into a tree. Let's watch.
Okay.
What is that car? Like a $90,000 car? Probably more.
Who knows?
Okay. There he is. And he's with his brother, Stephen Baldwin.
Oh, okay.
And I can just imagine he was probably like screaming at the guy, like, we're going to sue you.
Mm-hmm.
So again, his story was that the garbage man cut him off.
Mm-hmm.
But this morning, it turns out that garbage man was like, no, that's not how it went down. You see, what happened was Mr. Baldwin dangerously overtook me. And
Okay.
he ended up losing control and crashing. And guess what? The garbage man has the dash cam to prove it.
Oh, okay.
Let's check this
That's
out.
funny.
It turns out Alec Baldwin may be a liar.
Right now with video you will see only here on Newsmax. We've just obtained exclusive dash cam video showing the moment actor Alec Baldwin crashed his SUV on the east end of New York's Long Island. The video is from the front-facing camera on a commercial truck. You're seeing the truck here making what's believed to be a legal right turn, and then it slows down.
Seconds later, Baldwin's SUV is seen hitting a mailbox and a tree off to the right side of the truck. The actor, an outspoken trumpeter, claimed on social media that he was driving his wife's Range Rover with his brother, Stephen Baldwin,
That's
in the
awesome.
passenger seat. He said he was trying.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. What do you think, Boomer?
Hollywood actor lying? Oh my God. Shiver me timbers. I've never heard of such a thing. A Hollywood actor, Alec Baldwin, lying about, this. What can I say?
Let's watch that again. Let's watch that because that was really funny.
It's a one-lane highway.
He is seen hitting a mailbox.
Yeah, he tried to
and a
pass
tree
him.
off to the
On
right.
the right, on the wrong side. Is that a passing lane?
Social media that
Is
he
that a
was
passing
driving
lane?
his
I don't
wife's
think
Range
so.
Rover with his
No,
brother,
it's a patch
Stephen
of grass.
Baldwin, in the passenger seat. He said he was trying to avoid hitting this truck, so he veered off the road into the tree. It does not appear, though, that anyone was injured in the crash.
What a moron. Yeah. That's what's happening in the news. Yeah. So he's going to have some explaining to do.
Some splaining, like Ricky Ricardo.
But you know, the guy can afford it, man. The insurance company is going to be like, yeah, no, that was your fault. You know, he doesn't have to worry about his rates going up. He'll just get another car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You and I we're gonna go through hell getting another car, but he's got plenty of money. He's got plenty of dough.
If that happened to me, that would wreck me. That would just wreck me financially.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna end the show. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for spending an hour with us. Boomer, I'll see you around.
Yes.
Any last words besides yes?
This channel, you got so much information. You got porn theaters. you got a bunch of stuff, from this channel. You got so much perspective, historical perspective that you don't get anywhere else from this channel. From the conservative perspective.
Hey, we gave you PDF files.
So,
all right, man.
I'm back.
All right. We'll see you around. Thanks for watching. Boomer, later.